I have been working with hundreds of construction business owners in the last 5 years and witnessed how different contract types affect the success of the project. So today I want to share with you my experience dealing with cost plus and fixed price contracts. But before we jump in, I have a couple questions for you. Have you ever been on a construction project that ran way over budget and wondered how it could have been managed better? Are you a contractor who's unsure which type of contract to propose to your next client? If any of these questions resonate with you, stick around because we are breaking down the pros and cons of each contract type to help you make the best decision for your next construction project. All right, let's get started. In the construction industry, the type of contract used can significantly impact the project's outcome. Two of the most common types are cost plus and fixed price contracts. Each has its own unique advantages and drawbacks, and the right choice often depends on the specifics of your projects. Before we dive into the specifics, let's quickly define what each contract entails. So a cost-plus contract, sometimes referred to as cost-reimbursable contracts, means the client agrees to pay for all project expenses, labor, materials, and any other costs, plus an additional fee or percentage for the contractor's profit. Essentially, the client covers the actual cost of the work, and the plus is the agreed-upon profit margin for the contractor. On the other hand, fixed price contract, also known as a lump sum contract, involve the client agreeing to pay a predetermined amount for the entire project. This price is set regardless of the actual cost incurred during the project. The contractor assumes greater risk because they are responsible for covering any cost overruns, but they also stand to gain if the project comes in under budget. Now that we have a basic understanding of what these contracts are, let's dive deeper into each one, starting with cost-plus contracts. Cost-plus contracts often have key advantages, especially for certain types of projects. So let's see the benefits first. First, transparency. One of the biggest benefits of the transparency that it offers. Clients can see exactly where their money is going as they receive detailed reports of all project expenses. Next one, flexibility. These contracts are highly flexible and can accommodate changes in project scope without the need for any renegotiation. This is particularly useful in projects where the full scope is not well defined from the outset. Reduced financial risk for contractors. Since contractors are reimbursed for all incurred costs, they face less financial risk. This can encourage more competitive bidding and potentially lower initial costs. But of course, cost-plus contracts are not without their downsides. Here are some potential drawbacks. First, cost overruns. There's a risk of cost overruns because the contractor has less incentive to control costs, and this can make budgeting more difficult for the client. Complexity and administrative burden. These contracts require meticulous documentation and tracking of all expenses, which can be time-consuming and very complex. Third one is potential for disputes. If not managed properly, disputes can arise over what constitutes reimbursable costs versus what is part of the contractor's profit. So given these pros and cons, when should you consider a cost-plus contract? Let's take a look at some scenarios where this type of contract might be particularly good for you. Cost-plus contracts are often ideal in these situations. First, project with undefined scope. If your project scope is not well defined or likely to change, a cost-plus contract provides the necessary flexibility. High quality requirement. For projects where quality cannot be compromised, this contract ensures that the contractor is not cutting corners to stay within a fixed budget. Collaborative projects. These contracts work well in the environment where the client and contractor have a collaborative relationship and there is a high level of trust. Imagine a large renovation project where the existing conditions are unknown until demolition begins. A cost-plus contract allows the project to adapt to discoveries without the need for constant renegotiation. Similarly, in high-end residential construction, where materials and finishes might change based on evolving client preferences, this contract type ensures that the client gets exactly what they want without compromising on the quality. All right, now let's switch gears and talk about fixed-price contract. Fixed-price contracts are straightforward and can offer significant benefits. So let's start with those. First one is budget certainty. The client knows exactly what the project will cost from the outset, which makes Budgeting and financial planning way easier. Reduced administrative burden. Since the price is fixed, there's less need for detailed tracking and documentation of expenses. Third one is incentive for efficiency. Contractors have a strong incentive to complete the project efficiently and cost effectively, as any cost savings go directly to their profit. However, fixed price contracts also come with their own set of challenges. Here are some of those. First, risk of higher initial bids. Contractors may inflate their bids to cover potential risks and uncertainties, which can lead to higher initial costs for the client. Another one is limited flexibility. Changes in project scope can be difficult to manage and may require formal change orders, leading to potential delays and additional costs. And third one is potential for quality compromise, because some contractors might cut corners to stay within the fixed price, which can impact the quality of the work. So when should you opt for fixed price contract? Here are some scenarios where this type of contract would be good for both sides. They're particularly beneficial when there's well-defined projects. If the project scope is well-defined and unlikely to change, a fixed price contract really provides cost certainty. Another one is competitive bidding. In a situation where that kind of bidding is used, these contracts can help ensure that the client gets a fair price. Limited client involvement. So for clients who prefer a hands-off approach and want to avoid the complexities of cost tracking, that kind of contracts offer simplicity and peace of mind, especially as you communicate with client. Consider a new construction project with detailed architectural plans and specifications. In this case, a fixed price contract allows the client to lock in a price and avoid the financial uncertainty that might come with changes in scope or unexpected costs. Similarly, for a commercial building where the design and requirements are very standardized, a fixed price contract ensures the project stays within budget and on a schedule. As we've seen, both cost plus and fixed price contracts have their place in construction. The key is to understand the specific needs and risks of your project and choose the contract type that best aligns with them. So to wrap things up, let's do a quick analysis of the two contract types. So the cost plus, best for projects with undefined or changing scopes. It offers transparency and flexibility, lower financial risk for contractors, but higher tracking administrative burden. For fixed price, best for well-defined projects with stable scopes, provides certainty and reduced administrative tasks, higher financial risk for contractors, but incentivizes efficiency. So ultimately, it's your choice of the two, and it depends on your project specifics. If you value flexibility and transparency and are prepared to manage the administrative aspects, then cost plus might be the way to go. On the other hand, if you need budget certainty and have a good scope of work, then fixed price contract might be yours for simplicity and predictability. I hope this video helped clarify the differences between the two and given you a better idea of which one of those might be the right choice in the next construction project. So if you found this video helpful, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.